There is a website that has turned into a gold mine of material. The website is called filmindustrywatch.org. Let's take a look at this website. It's pointing out a lot of things that are happening in the industry. So while Alan and I have received direct messages from people who work, at Disney or in other areas of animation, both former employees, maybe some current employees, telling us things. Other people in other areas of the industry are also talking about things in the industry that they see going south. Well, Film Industry Watch, which is this website, has something here called Gender Politics Has the Industry Gone Too Far? And it basically quotes Film Threat. It's basically showing all these producers conferences and grants and programs available, but they're only available to certain types of peoples. I don't think I need to say the quiet part out loud. It's very obvious when you see the pictures.
Yeah, there's a group missing in those pictures.
Yes. This is what you call diversity,
I know.
Which is supposed to mean inclusion, but basically generally means the opposite. What's interesting is this quote from where? From Film Threat. They quote some of our pieces that we've run on the website, but they've gone further by actually showing you pictures of all the programs that are out there. And so there you go. So links to Film Thread stuff, which is interesting. But if you go to their main page, it's a lot of the stuff that you and I have been getting, and it's the industry kind of reporting on itself. And it's very illuminating when you look at like all the things that are being pushed. I am just going to drop this and leave it here. And everything that we've been talking about, now you actually kind of see it. You also, what they expose is a lot of the funding and how the funding goes through a funnel that is basically helping people who have connections. I don't think any of this is news to me. If you're friends with people who work at certain film festivals, you might get preferential treatment. That should not surprise anybody. But what's interesting is when you look at how these decisions are made, right? So I think it's important to have the awareness. We're going to put a link to filmindustrywatch.org in the description, but I just actually said the words out loud. Alan, what are your thoughts about this and a lot of what's happening in the industry?
In terms of the site itself, yeah, I think it's a great resource. It's a great, just to have a central place to talk about it. Although it kind of, did they credit us or did they just quote us?
No, they did credit us.
Okay.
No, I showed the link. So yeah, no, they did. They put links to Film Threat and quoted us as part of a larger story. So what I'm saying is that this is, my point is one, it's a good thing that this website exists, filmindustrywatch.org. The other thing is that we're now a part of this conversation because we're one of the few media outlets that's actually discussing all of these issues. So I want other people to check this out. They reported on us. We're going to probably report some of the things that they're talking about. I'm saying it's a great resource so that you have awareness going in.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. There's just so much news out there.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. You have an item. Hollywood can't seem to find work.
Yes.
This is we went over a story last week about basically depression. Hollywood is shrinking. No one is hiring at this time. There'll be one writing assignment and 300 people will apply for it. This contraction of the industry was predicted. The strikes did no favors to anyone in the industry. You got that raise, but at what cost? Ridiculous. And this has now become the purge. Alan, you happened upon a video on TikTok. You got to wait until.
I know.
Okay.
I'm anticipating. All right.
Let's check out this video on TikTok.
The entertainment industry is seriously broken. I asked a few of my friends and colleagues to describe what they're going through, and I think you should take a listen.
My name is Matt Hoban. I'm a former executive producer. So many of my mentors and my friends and collaborators are working less, to the point where they're not working at all. We're just people trying to make a living, and it's getting really hard to do that.
I'm Jen. I am a former editor. I am definitely financially struggling. I may lose my house and it's really scary. So I really need help and a job and just some support. So thank you.
I'm Marcia, producer, casting director. The last show I worked on was Generation Gap. We're just trying to keep our kids fed at this point. Keep our house, keep our cars, get food on the table.
My name is Wilfredo Hernandez. I used to be a television editor, and I'm being forced to move out of my house because I'm not going to be able to afford the mortgage anymore. So let's try and make this very aware that we're all going through this to see if we could bring some change.
My name is Steve Mellon. I'm a reality television editor. Worked on shows like The Amazing Race and Undercover Boss. There just isn't any work out there. My wife Stephanie has not worked as a post-production supervisor. She's working doing Instacart runs, trying to just keep her sanity and bring some extra money in. Half of my Rolodex, they're looking for work. They're scared. They could use some help and support.
My name is Erin. I'm an SVP of Development and Unscripted. I've been in the business for 22 years. I was laid off. I'm a single mother with 3 kids, and the situation really stinks.
Hi, I'm BK. I'm an editor. Last year, I was brought in to revamp a signature element of one of Netflix's most popular shows. I haven't worked since, and now my family and I are living on credit.
Hi, my name is Anna. I most recently worked as a TV post-producer. My insurance company is specifically targeting MPI members and taking a very long time to authorize medical procedures in a timely manner.
My name is Seisha, and I'm a former VP of production, and I have officially been out of work for 11 months. I've applied at over 200 job postings and have not gotten a single job.
Wow. Okay. Couple things. You could take it off screen now. I have a couple comments on this. One, these are the people that you're seeing talking about not getting work. They're all below the line people. What are the below the line people? They're not on camera, right? They're not in that sort of like
casting directors, editors, producers, senior vice presidents.
Yes. This is, and I feel and also none of the people that you actually saw in that video are responsible for why things are so broken.
They're not the creatives.
They're not the creatives, or they're not the executives that make decisions that affect creativity and what gets made. And it's sad. And Netflix can just look, they can just buy some more Korean shows. They can farm things out to other parts of the world for production, London and overseas. So I feel for everyone that was in that video. I feel for. At the same time, I also say the industry did this to itself. And I have even had friends that were one who's a producer who said, hey, I'm just going to culinary school. So because you're always going to need a cook. But Alan, thanks for bringing that up. I wish I had a chance to watch it before the stream, but what are your thoughts on this? And the main takeaway is, look, I think you know what's going to happen? People are going to lose their homes. People are going to leave the industry for good. The one guy was saying his wife is doing Instacart runs just to bring in money. People are living on credit. Very bad idea to do that, to run up a credit card in hopes of future work.
Yeah, because the work's not going to come to pay off those credit cards.
And also to explain part of how the industry works, it's a freelance business, right? So you might work on a show for 6 months and make a lot of money in 6 months. And then you might not work for 6 months. The industry is seasonal and it's freelance. So you're not working like a 9 to 5 every day through the whole year. You're working sometimes 3-6 months of the year, but and the pay is very good, but it's meant to get you through to the next job. So you're hustling. So even when you have a job, You're looking at what is the next job. But my heart goes out to these people, but at the same time,
yeah, I mean,
the audience is unresponsive to what's being made.
Yeah, I mean, I have sympathy. I've been in that position where you lose your job and you wonder where your next paycheck's going to come. That happened to me in 2008, and during the housing crash, and quite frankly, these people supported Obama, and who just made things worse. And so it's hard for me to feel sympathy, but at the same time, I don't want people to lose their jobs. I think if you have a family to pay for, a house to pay for,
yeah,
absolutely make money. But at the same time, these people supported the system that brought them to this point.
Yep.
No one stood out and questioned what was going on, and we know why, because we've done articles about the pressures of speaking out. But this is the results of all that. The strike, they just got through a strike, and the strike was supposed to now make things better. There's still nothing there. You notice that when they lost their jobs, it was at the middle of last year when the strike began, and everything shut down. And again, and we're supporting the system that was during the pandemic. There were like 300 projects being in production, and now it's in half.
No, it was 600.
600, yeah,
and now it's half.
Yeah, now it's half. I mean, there's economics there, and it's sad because the saddest part of this is everyone you saw in that video were veterans. They're people who have done their job for a very long time, and they can't find work, partly because you notice what they all had in common. At the same time, it's like, yeah, Hollywood doesn't want veterans anymore. They want to hire these young DEI hires who don't know what they're doing. And
Right.
So that just speaks to the quality of the work that we're about to get over the next few years. And it's sad, but we've known this was happening for a very long time. During the strike, we said exactly what was happening, and it's coming to fruition. And so it's hard, as much as you want to feel sympathy, it's hard to have sympathy because we kind of told you so.
I mean, are any of us surprised by this?
Nope.
All I can say is the chickens have come home to roost. And I'm not just saying chickens because I'm hungry and I would like to eat some delicious chicken, but the chickens have come home to roost. And I'll say, everyone saw this coming. Everyone saw this coming except for people working in the industry. When the strikes originally happened, last year, people, why was this was gonna kill the industry? And look, here we are. We are.
We talked about it. We talked about this months ago, but Hollywood is dead, or Hollywood is on life support. The entertainment industry in LA is on life support because it's being shipped out to other parts of the United States. The state of California has no plan to ever bring them back, except through bribery of sorts. And so, it's kind of like, maybe as a lot of these people are going through, they're making tough decisions. And a lot of those tough decisions is moving out of LA.
Yeah, well, I'm adjacent.
Yeah.
Still here, but
do we need to still be here?
well, yes, I ask myself that all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thomas Pickett, the market is giving signals that you need to change fields. Yeah, it is what it is, folks. It's sad. I don't know even what else to say about it, except that I feel for everyone that's going through hard times right now.
Yeah. But I mean, they did it to themselves. What if the Star Wars sequels were good? What if the Marvels was good? What if Black Panther, Wakanda Forever was good? They
Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2. What if they had been producing stuff that we wanted to watch, we wouldn't be having this discussion.